Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue our chapter, that is how do organisms reproduce. This is the third part of the video. If you haven't watched the first two part of the videos, first go through the first part, then second part, and then come to the third part. So let us begin our class and let's complete our today's topic. In the previous class, we discussed about the asexual reproduction. Today, we are going to discuss about the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So, first of all, before moving on to the sexual reproduction in the flowering plants, let's talk about the reproductive part of the flower, which you have already studied in your lower classes. So, as you all know, stamen is the male reproductive part, and it produces the pollen grains in the anther, which contains the male germ cells, or you can say male gametes. So what you can say, the stamen contains the male gametes, and then pistil is the female reproductive part, and it produces the ovules in the ovary. So what you have to remember, is stamen is the male reproductive part, pistil is the female reproductive part. Stamen produces the male gametes over the anther, and pistil produces the ovules in the ovary. So you can see in the diagram, this is the anther and the filament, and which is called as the stamen. Stamen comprises of two parts, anther and the filament. In the same way, pistil. So this is the pistil part, and it contains the subparts as stigma, style and ovary. Stigma, style, and in this ovary, in which the ovule is present. In this ovary, the ovule is present, and as you all know about the petal, sepals and receptacle, all these are the other parts that is present in the flowers. So the next topic that you need to know is about pollination. What actually is pollination? So pollination is the transfer of the pollen grains. Pollen grains means the yellow powder that you will find above any kinds of plants, that is called as the pollen grains. Pollen grains, when it is transferred from the anther to the stigma of the flowers, is called as pollination. So that means whenever there is the transfer of the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma, it is called as the pollination. And how does this pollination occur? It occurs by the wind, water, or by the insects. So there the pollination is of two types, self-pollination and cross-pollination. So if the pollen grains are transferred from anther to the stigma of the same flower, so it is called as the self-pollination. Okay, and if there is the transfer of the pollen grains from the anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower, it is called as the cross-pollination. Okay, so self-pollination, as you all know, if this is the same flower and there is the transfer of the anther to the stigma, so this is called within the same flower itself, then it is called as the self-pollination. Cross-pollination means the transfer of the pollen grains from the anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower. This is called as the cross-pollination. So you can see over here, whenever the insect sits on the flower, the pollen sticks to the body of the insects. Okay, and once they travel and moves to the other flower, so when they sit on the next flower for taking up the juice or nectar, the pollen falls from the insect onto the stigma. Can you see over here? Yes, like this. So this process is called as the cross pollination, and this is how the insect pollination occurs. How pollination works? Bee visits a flower to collect nectar, pollen sticks to the bee. In second step, the bee flies away with the pollen still stuck on its body, and in the third step, the bee lands on the another flower of the same type, bringing the pollen from the first flower, which this pollinates the second flower and allows the fertilization and reproduction. So this is the cross fertilization. Okay, or you can say cross pollination. Sorry, not cross fertilization, it is called as cross pollination. Can you see? When the bee is sitting in one flower, moving on to the another flower, and those pollens are fallen over the pistil. So this is how the pollination occurs. You can see here, this is called as the pollinator, pollen, and these are the various parts. So this is how the pollination occurs, and because of this pollination, fruit, seeds development occurs. So after the transfer of the pollen grains, the next process is fertilization. Okay, so what actually happens in fertilization? After the pollen grain is transferred to the stigma, it produces a pollen tube which passes through the style and enters through the ovary and the ovule. That means whenever the pollen grains are passed over here, so automatically it produces a tube. Can you see this line? It produces a tube and it passed through the style. This is the stigma, style, and next part is the ovary. It comes to the ovary. Okay, inside the ovary there is the ovule. Okay, and in the ovule the male germ cells or the male gamete fuses with the female germ cells, female gamete. So what is the male germ cell? The pollen. And what is the female? Is the ovule. So both of them fuse together to form a zygote, and this process is called as the fertilization. So after fertilization, the zygote divides several times to form the embryo. So first step is the production of the zygote. Zygote develops into the embryo, which then develops into the seed, and the ovary itself will become the fruit. Okay, once the fertilization is there, there is the production of zygote, then it becomes into embryo, then it develops into the seeds, and then the seed and up with the ovary, both of them will form into a fruit. Okay, so you can see over here, each pollen grain grows a pollen tube down the ovule. If this is the first pollen, it produces the tube. Can you see this? This tube, and it reaches to the ovule. So nucleus from pollen grain, and this is the ovule. One pollen tube reaches the ovule where the nucleus of the male cell joins with the nucleus in the female cell. Ovule is the female cell and this pollen is the male cell. Once the fusion occurs, this process is called as fertilization and zygote formation occurs. Here also you can see pollen lands here, then tubes is formed, it reaches to the ovary, then fuses with the ovule, and this is how the fertilization takes place.